algorithm and computers are going to get essentially like our
Right.
camera is going to be looking at us while we're looking at the screen, and like say we're looking at a picture of a woman, it's going to know exactly where
We're-
the woman we're looking at. It's
Oh,
really
no,
going to get that crazy.
100%. 100%.
And like with the human brain and AI coming
Yeah.
out, like have you seen all the crazy stuff that AI is doing? Like since the last time we spoke, like we talk about Chat GPT,
Yeah.
and like have you seen like what it's doing in the music industry?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's wild.
Right?
That's to me, if you're an artist, I'd be scared right now.
Incredibly.
I would be scared right
I
now.
literally seen a man and he did the whole how-to.
Mm-hmm.
He did a video and he rapped lyrics. You know, he wrote a song. He
Yeah.
rapped lyrics like Kanye would, like the same flow. Then he put it into, you know, whatever it was, and he had AI say the words as Kanye's voice, and you could not tell the
Yeah.
difference.
I heard one with Jay-Z. I've heard a couple of them. It's
Right. And
wild.
Drake just came out.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
heard
nah, this ain't flying. Right? Because he's on the Ice Spice track.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what is this?
Yeah,
Right? So
yeah.
these guys label all over it. But this is a thing. So do we like push back against it? Or do we embrace it? I don't know. And let me tell you a crazy story. I don't know if you heard about this.
The Chaos one,
No.
the Chaos GPT chat one,
No,
where that's
tell me
planning
about
like the
this.
destruction of the world.
Before we get there, let me tell you this one.
Okay, yeah.
All right? Because this is a scary one, especially for me. And it can relate to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's a mom picks up the phone one day. Her daughter is on the other line.
I heard about this one.
Mommy, I'm sorry. I messed up. I'm so sorry. What? Man comes on. Send me $1 million. I have your daughter. If you don't send me the money, I'm going to pump her full of drugs, do whatever I want. Right? And she's like,
Jesus.
what? Who is? The girl is dead certain it's her daughter on the other line.
Yeah.
It's her voice, fam.
Mm-hmm.
But her daughter's upstairs in her room. You see what I'm saying?
So she knows it's.
This was AI. They used AI.
So she knows it's wrong.
She knows
but
it's wrong.
But she's like, that's her voice.
Right. And if she didn't know it was wrong, that scenario would have went so
Yeah.
much crazier.
If
She
her
would've on
daughter
the
was
phone
like
with the
on
cops.
vacation or something
Yeah,
like
if she was
that.
just out the house, if she
Yeah.
was at a friend's house,
Yeah.
anything, at school,
Yeah.
the amount of stress that would have caused would have
Mm-hmm.
been absolutely insane. But the fact is, they used AI to literally take someone's voice and say whatever they want. So think about your girl getting a call from you one day. Hey, sorry, babe, I fucked up. I cheated on you. This and that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Or it's just
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
wild scenario like that.
Yeah.
Like, where does this go? Where you could take anybody's voice, say whatever you want. Right? They're going to take our images. They already are, and it's going to get even more crazier. They're going to take our images. They could take it off this
Yo,
podcast.
that I
They could
never
take
thought
this-
about that.
They could take this,
I never thought
right?
about that.
And literally
because the way you
use
would
our
want,
voice
maybe,
and have us say
yeah,
whatever the hell we want.
Because I was like, the thing is, you could do like video confirmation, right? But
Yeah.
like, if they could
It's
get
happening.
somebody to make a video and
It's
it looks like
happening.
you and it sounds like you,
It's
how
happening.
how are you gonna say that's not you? How are you gonna say that is not you?
There's a guy on my Instagram, and this is kind of old tech, I would say, but like someone took over an Instagram account and the whole
Yeah.
Bitcoin thing.
Yeah.
And like they had his image and like his head talking, and it looked a little off. It wasn't like super
Little sus.
realistic.
Yeah.
But like it was his voice, and like it was talking. Oh, you should buy my Bitcoin. I made this much money, and I'm like, I knew him. I'm like, he don't talk like that. So the tech wasn't like there yet. But this was like almost a year ago.
Yeah.
It's way more advanced now,
Yeah.
right? They could take us and say whatever the heck they want, bro.
it's pretty
And this is where like, and I'm just starting to realize this, where the verifications and all this are going to become so more important with social media. They're
Yeah.
talking about verification come from Instagram,
Mhm.
and it's already on Twitter and blah blah blah. And before it was a thing where you had to be a certain level of celebrity or whatever it is,
Yeah.
or a public figure to get
It's
verified. But
Yeah.
now like
Anybody
everyone's
can-
going to have to verify themselves
Yeah.
online if you
Yeah.
create any sort of content,
Yeah.
right?
But they'll figure out a way to the scammers and whatever will figure out a way to get
beat it?
around that. They always do.
Well, yeah, I
Tell
guess.
me
but
one
like,
tell me one law or anything where people have not been able to like circumvent and work their way around it.
Facts.
Just tell me one.
but I would like to think like if I'm paying Instagram or YouTube to verify my account,
Mm-hmm.
like there can't be two verified Troy Troy A. Campbell's on
No,
there.
but they could steal your account,
Well, yeah, that's you get hacked for sure.
right?
You
And
get
it's a
hacked.
verified hacked account.
That's always a thing. That's always a thing.
See
You know
what I mean? I'm no genius, and I figured that out in
Yeah.
like seconds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that
You
they'll
can always
figure-
get hacked.
They'll figure out a way. man.
Cybersecurity, all that's
They'll figure out a
huge,
way.
huge topic right now.
Figure
Huge
they'll
topic.
figure out a way.
But like, man, this is scary. And where's it going, man? I couldn't imagine picking up the phone one day and my little man's on the phone. Daddy, I need your help. They, huh? And he's at school. He's not around, or I'm at work. Like, what the? You know what I mean? And like, I have
react
content out
first,
there.
yeah.
It would be real easy to manipulate my voice and
Yeah.
my kids' voices. Like, it's real easy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I little story. Was it this summer or sorry, was it last summer? I think it was last. It might have been. Hold on a second. Let me just adjust myself real quick here.
Yeah.
I think it was last summer or the summer before that. Somebody called my grandmother and was like, listen, Mike was in some trouble. We got him down in a cell right now. And yeah, he didn't do anything wrong, but he was with some really bad people, it seems like. So he's got caught up and we're holding him. We can get him out, but we need
X amount of dollars.
X amount of dollars. Now this is like it. I'm not even gonna comment yet because I don't want to spoil the story. So, I spoke about this. I told the story in the wrong order. I should have told you how it happened. But anyway, it's already ruined now. So anyway, one day I get a call from my grandmother, and I'm at the gym, and she's like, "Everything all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, what do you mean?" She's like, "Everything's okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, I'm just like mumbling and kind of like, I know something's off. I know something's off.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she's around people or something. I'm like, I know something's off. She like, it's just weird. Again, I sense it.
Yeah.
And then I think she says something like, "Oh, you know, racketeering and thing." It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Grandma, is everything okay? And she's like, "I'm gonna call you back. I can't talk right now," or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
So now I'm like, does she know what racketeering is? Like, why is she even talk? Why she doesn't know what that word is? Like, why is she even talking about that?
Yeah.
Or whatever. So I can't focus now. I'm training people, but I can't even focus. I'm like, there's something weird going on, right? So I call my mom and I'm like, "Yo, Mom, is everything okay with Grandma or whatever?" And she's like, "Yeah, why?" I'm like, "Are you with her right now?" She's like, I don't know if she was on her way to see her or with her at the time or whatever. But she's like, she goes, I go to her, sorry, say, she's talking something really weird about like racketeering and stuff. So she's like, "I know something funny is going on. I'll call you back." So now I guess she was on her way to see her. So she gets there now. My mom calls me, and she starts unloading the story. Your grandmother, man, your grandmother. I don't know. This is how you know my grandmother's a freaking ride or die, though.
Yeah.
And we can get into that on another podcast. But my grandmother gave $30K cash to somebody. $30K cash. And she didn't tell anybody because she was trying to protect me. And she's like, "I don't want like your mom. If this is like your mom doesn't know, I don't want her to know." Now I'm going to be honest with you. I was a little upset. I was a little upset because I'm like, "Grandma, like, you know how hard I work." And, maybe, I've be around some of those people. Yes, maybe, but I also don't let myself get caught up in certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Grandma, like, I don't understand. Like, we talked a few days before that. Like, our day before that. If there was something going on, why didn't you just call me or why didn't you just say anything?" I don't know why she didn't, but man, like, she just kept it under like lock and key, zipped
Grandma
didn't
held
say
it
any.
down.
She held it down,
Didn't wanna
but
get
she
in
also
trouble.
got $30K taken from her,
30
which I
bands,
would
bro.
have definitely could have benefited and did some stuff with. You know what I mean? But yeah, courier came to her house, pick it up and everything.
So what she
But
say after the fact?
So she was like, she's like, I don't know. So they tried to get more money off her. I'm like, when they do, arrange for them to pick the money up and have the police come. But I don't remember what happened with that. But they knew my name, which is like, it's funny because there shouldn't really be much of a connection there, right? But going back to what we were talking about, can you imagine now if they have my voice and they have a video?
So what are you doing, fam? You get the call. Yo, I got your girl. Send me 30 bands. And your girl's not around. You call her. You have another phone. You call her. She's not picking up. You text her. She's not back because she's busy. Whatever. What are you doing? What are you going to do? What's the move?
Yo, I don't know at this moment, man.
You see what I'm saying?
I have to sit there and think about that.
Yeah, say
Do I like-
you got 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes to EMT me. Let's do a smaller amount because EMT.
What I got, whatever I got.
EMT me 5K. You got
Yeah.
30 minutes.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You know what I mean? Your girl not picking up because, you know, she don't have her phone. She's doing something. She's in the gym. You know what I mean? She's busy. She can't pick up. What are you doing? What's the move, bro? What's the play? You can't call the cops.
I'm thinking
You don't have
about this.
time.
I'm thinking about this. It's not that I wouldn't like, again, 30K on your like 30K, 40K, 100K on your girl. Like if it's your girl, your girl. Like
Yeah.
my girl. Like
Yeah.
I'm giving those bands up. Like
Yeah.
that's not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is like I'm already in this mindset of like I ain't trying to get taken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know that this bullshit is out there. So I'm going to need to think of like, is there any way I can verify this? And if I can at the end of 30 minutes, then I'm running that EMT.
You see what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, I have to run that EMT because
You
I'm
have
not
to.
going to run that risk. But I'm definitely not just like in the first minute, just like boom, 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 money gone. I'm going to probably take some time. If he gives me 30 minutes, I'm taking the 30 minutes to really try and figure out, is there a way that I can verify this? Is there a way that I can be sure? I'm calling her repeatedly for that 30 minutes straight, getting other people to call her and calling all of her family. Like, did you see our friends, our, Instagram, whatever I can, like check, like,
Yeah.
where's the last place? Like, is she, like, are you seeing her now? Like,
Yeah.
is she there with you right now?
Yeah.
That's all I can do. And then
So how do we prevent this, right? We got to play chess now. We know this tech is here.
It's coming.
We know this is possible. So how do
Yeah.
we start to play chess? All right. So maybe, you and your girl have a code word. You see what I'm saying? So a word that you guys would never ever use.
Yeah.
Really got my girl ask for the code word.
Yo, you putting our viewers on some game right now.
You see what I'm saying?
We need to start having some code words for your relationship.
There you go.
Like
You really got my girl
Yeah.
ask for the code word.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A word that you
And
guys
that
never
code
ever
word
use.
and that code word is not written down anywhere.
Nobody
it's
knows
never
it.
used in text or
It's
anything.
never in a
It's just
video.
something
It's-
that we know.
Something you would never
Right?
ever say.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Technology, how do you get around it?
Or maybe it does, you don't even have to go that far. Maybe you just have to ask like a question like that nobody would know.
Yeah, exactly,
Right?
right.
Like when's the first time you let me block a shower all over that mouth? Right?
Yeah, but there might be mixed up stories.
Oh, now can you imagine?
shit, that's you.
Oh shit! You right about that. Let's use another question, girl. No, but sure, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you gotta
100%.
maybe you gotta
And
ask
then
some
like
stuff like that.
someone's gonna have to come up with some sort of tech
Yeah.
that helps these situations like these. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hate to think of the idea of tracking my girls' like whereabouts and my
Yeah.
kids' whereabouts everywhere they go.
Yeah, that just sounds creepy
It
to me.
sounds super creepy. And I
I
don't
know.
want to have to do that, but like,
That sounds creepy.
I don't know. Like, do we need that ability? It comes down to security. Are we going to need that ability? Am I going to need that ability to like see exactly where my kid is at any given moment? You know what I mean?
I get it, but even the thought that just makes me
100%.
feel like I'm a stalker.
And of course, I
That
don't
makes
want.
me feel creepy.
And on top of that, I don't want these big platforms and services knowing where we are at all times.
Yeah,
That's
because if
even
you have to track it, it's going through.
right. So
going
there has to
through
be some
internet
sort of
or
like
whatever, so-
independent company
Yeah.
that only like my cloud server that
It's
only
like encrypted
yeah,
or
it's
something
encrypted,
like that,
right?
yeah.
So only we know. But like, man, it's gonna be an issue.
It is gonna be an issue.
It is an
It's
issue. Bro.
definitely gonna
We
be an
already know how
issue.
much telemarketers
It's
get people
definitely
right
gonna be
now,
an issue. Yeah, well,
right? With AI now.
Oh yeah.
Your grandma gonna be calling you, your mom gonna be calling you,
yeah.
son, I got an accident. Send me money quick. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be wild.
You know
bro.
what I think too? The crazy thing is my mom. This is probably why my grandmother's mother, just kind of like ran the bands, is because my mom just like is a trip central.
Yeah.
Like trip central. She just trips out all the time, and like
She's Jamaican?
yeah,
Mm.
and it's always a production.